And now, CBS 21 Sports First Score Friday, powered by Subway, starts right now.
Big or small, no team was safe tonight. This is Week 9 of First Score Friday, where you get the entire story in high school football. First, I'm Jason Bristol. Listen, a better night of execution and exciting plays with everything on the line? I don't think we've had one. And we start with two perfect teams, Littlestown, Bermudian Springs. Both are 8-0. Fourth quarter, Littlestown is down 4, but driving. Trevor Hildebrand looking, has to run, tucks it, picks up 7, good enough for a first down. There's 30 seconds remaining in the game. 10 seconds on the clock. Hildebrand has to run a play, a quick one. Quick hit, Lucas Reynolds. Is he in? No, he's at the goal line. Somehow Littlestown has to snap it. The Bolts do, and Hildebrand scores with no time remaining on the clock, and that is your game-winning touchdown. Littlestown improving to 9-0, taking this one 12-10. What a game, what a win for the Bolts.
It's just unbelievable. And hats off to Bermudian. They played a heck of a game tonight. You know, this kind of a score and this kind of a game with all that's at stake. I thought both teams played their hearts out. I'm just glad that we came out on top.
Littlestown is now the leader in Division III of the York Adams. The Bolts can officially sew up a league title next week against Fairfield. Are they exactly alike? No, but Cedar Cliff and Bishop McDevitt could at least be second cousins. That is our main game tonight on First Score Friday. McDevitt 8-0, the Colts 7-1, and these two, look at this, they stack up very well. McDevitt averaging 37 points a game, Cedar Cliff at 36. Now the Colts have more passing yards, but McDevitt will run and run and run. But will any of these stats even matter? CBS 21's James Tully is back from this game in Lower Paxton Township, and he was looking for the answer. James.
Yeah, Jason, both teams can run, both teams can pass. I think this thing just finished about 5 minutes ago. We're showcasing one of the area's most dangerous teams, and Cedar Cliff and McDevitt coming in one of District 3's best. The Crusaders, led by junior gunslinger Nick Marsilio. The Colts, future Virginia Tech Hokie Andrew Ford under the helm for them. First quarter, Andre Robinson, who already returned a punt for a touchdown, makes it 13-0 Crusaders, pretty much all by himself. But then Ford going to work. The pass complete to Jacob Scott. Scott diving at the pylon. It's 13-7 McDevitt. More Ford, in my opinion, the most impressive play of the night. Stepping up in the pocket, hitting Scott again. And then Ford in the third quarter to put his team up 2 scores. Look at this. Noah Malone, an unbelievable touchdown reception. Malone had 3 touchdown receptions, Ford 6 touchdown passes. And Cedar Cliff goes onto McDevitt's turf and hands the Crusaders their first loss of the season, 49-41, the final. And afterwards, I caught up with Jim Cantafio, the Colts head coach, who was absolutely overcome with emotion after this upset win.
I'm so proud of our kids. I'm proud of everybody in this program. I'm proud. Everybody played their guts out tonight. We beat the #1 team in the state on their home field. It is the most unbelievable feeling I think I never have in my life.
If I had to cast a football coach in a movie, I would cast Jim Cantafio. After the game, fist pumps for the crowd. Then a great moment here with his quarterback, Andrew Ford. You know, Ford and his receivers, really the story tonight for Cedar Cliff. Ford exceeded 400 yards passing through 6 touchdowns, and he did it on the road against one of Pennsylvania's best teams in Bishop McDevitt. Jason, back to you.
Wow, what a game, James. And with McDevitt losing, we could have a new #1 in AAA. What about the even bigger schools then? The #1 team in Quad A is Wilson, and the Bulldogs scored 21 straight points, beating Penn Manor 21-14. Wilson, 42 league games in a row now, 6 straight Section 1 titles. Lower Dauphin is ranked 2nd in Quad A. The Falcons should have an easy time with Palmyra. LD's up 7-0. Troy Spencer passing. Nate Dorward taking this one 30 yards to pay dirt. It's now 14-0 LD. Palmyra is down, but not giving up. Michael Lewis scrambling. The pass tipped into the hands of Spencer Snyder. Lower Dauphin would then score another, and LD, as expected, winning easily 56-0. Lower Dauphin 8-1 this season. Carlisle has mighty Central Dauphin at home. The class of '63 donating $5,000 to the Bison Foundation at Carlisle. The Herd couldn't stop Malachi Holmes on this one. CD up by 7 over Carlisle. Second quarter, Billy Berger for the Herd, hooking up with Zion Patterson. Touchdown, it's now 7-7. But that would be about it for Carlisle. Jacob Perry, 80-yard kick return here. He will not score, but Nate Dickey would finish it off. CD will go on to win again. This time 28-7. Carlisle drops to 0-9. All right, in all of the classifications, the playoff picture is still very fuzzy. How many schools tonight are separating themselves with a win? Plus, it's helmets off from Adams County.
We're the Lower Dauphin cheerleaders. What makes Isaac Orendorf so great? Helmets off is next.
My name's Isaac Orendorf, play defensive end, offensive line at DeLone Catholic. First thing I do when I wake up in the morning, fall, usually. I'm not kidding. I am very clumsy. I fall on my face quite a few times. My ultimate prom date would be, what's that girl from the Hunger Games? The really funny one? Jennifer Lawrence. She just seems like a fun person. She's good looking too, that definitely works. One superpower I wish I had. Teleportation. It's definitely something useful to have. I mean, flight would be cool, but I think teleporting is faster. My name is Isaac Orendorf, and my helmet is off.
Oh, Isaac falls. That's pretty funny. But I think the most important thing after falling is to pick yourself up. DeLone has dug itself a hole. The Squires have to win out to have any chance of making the playoffs. And there is Isaac, number 77, getting ready to play Eastern York tonight. DeLone was ready, and that O-line was ready. Big hole here, paving the way for Logan Hartlaub. Hartlaub going 68 yards here to the house. 20 seconds in, DeLone leads 6-0. Later in the first, more from the running game. Jake Cadis slipping through, beating this guy. And he goes 32 yards, making it 13-0. But Eastern will score with 5 minutes remaining. And Eastern York is a winner. 29-21, so that is not good for DeLone. As we said, DeLone, one of those schools fighting for a playoff spot in Class A. Here are the District 3 power ratings, which determines who's in and who's out. In Class A, only 4 teams make it. The biggest mover right now, Camp Hill, up 2 spots to number 5 after winning last week. If Camp Hill can take down East Pennsboro, the Lions are definitely moving up again. But East Pennsboro was rolling early. Nick Guida, inside handoff, finding daylight, 54 yards for number 1, making it 28-0. Guida, 5 carries, 127 on the ground. You get the idea. East Pennsboro, the bigger school, a AAA team, beating Camp Hill 50-7. And there's another traffic jam in the Quad A power ratings. Then again, it's more like a 10-car pileup. The top 16 teams here make it to the playoffs. Right now, Lebanon is the last one in. I mean, the Cedars are one of the best stories in District 3 after going 0-10 last year. Right behind Lebanon, schools like Mechanicsburg, Red Lions, Cedar Crest, they are all pushing for the Cedars to lose. Lebanon is happy to be at home and facing Lampeter Strasburg. Go right to the third. We have a tie game. Mark Piles, a hookup. Nicholas Neyron, 26 yards. Lebanon leads 34-27. LS retakes the lead, so Piles has to go to work again. Piles, a run play. Got a block. That springs him. He will dive for the pylon and make it. It's 41-37 Lebanon. But Lebanon is losing again. 13 ticks left on the clock. Piles, Luke Eisenhower. Can Eisenhower find the end zone? He does. And that is your game-winning score. Lebanon pulls out another win, 48-44. So the Cedars are now 6-3. What about Mechanicsburg, the last team out? The Wildcats taking on Susquehanna Township. Township was leading 28-17, but Tyler Schubert, Swanique Brown doing the rest. 41 yards quickly, making it 28-23. Mechanicsburg trying to claw back. And here's another connection. Schubert, Brown, great ball, great catch in stride. Mechanicsburg will add a safety for 2 more and hang on to win. 31-28, the Wildcats are now 5-4. Cedar Crest is another team in the hunt. We just showed you Falcons on the field with Lancaster Catholic, and it's the Crusaders on the board first. Lancaster Catholic's Trey Miller falling forward for a touchdown, making it 7-0. Lancaster Catholic play action, second quarter, Evan Purvis, big play, finding a friend, Rafael Mateo, 44 yards. Lancaster Catholic will beat Cedar Crest tonight. Your final is 42-27. That will hurt Cedar Crest in the playoff picture. Well, two teams that don't have to push the panic button, CD East and Chambersburg. Both are 5-3. Both appear now to be heading to the playoffs. Chase Edmonds, the running back from CD East, is heading to Fordham. Just made that verbal. Third quarter, here's Chase heading to the end zone. 70 yards with a little extra giddy up. Chase giving the Panthers a 20-0 lead, finished with over 200 yards rushing tonight. Central Dauphin East picking up another win, this time 30-7. So the Panthers are 6-3, Chambersburg 5-4. 3 touchdowns for Nate Dickey last week in CD's win over Cumberland Valley. Did he do enough, though, to be our Subway phenom?
You're watching CBS 21 Sports First Score Friday, powered by Subway.
When you are fighting for first place, a forfeit is the last thing you expect to be in the formula. Milton Hershey Steel High 1-2 in the Mid-Penn Capital. Steel High would be undefeated as well had it not forfeited that game with Susquehanna, the one stopped at halftime due to a fight. But clearly it's these two teams and everybody else, and that's the matchup at Milton Hershey. Rollers in town for the division title. Steel High up 26-0 in the third, adding more. Logan Davis will pick up the punt, pick up a few blocks, pick up some yards, and he knows where to take it. Taking it home, 52 yards, making it 33-zip. Steel High a convincing win over Milton Hershey, 40-6. The Rollers likely the champs in the Mid-Penn Capital. Middletown seeing Boiling Springs. The Bubblers trying to make the playoffs in Double-A. First quarter, Middletown is up 7-0. Dylan Romig changing that. Romig for the Bubblers going 54 yards. Boiling Springs is within 1 point. Move to the second quarter. Josh Matinchek, the quarterback, actually the running back, punches it in from 3 yards here for Middletown, 14-6. And looky here, that is your final score as Middletown improves to 5-4, winning by 8. The season starting off so good for Big Spring. It was 3-0. But it's turned into a major disappointment. This week, the coach of the Bulldogs, Mike Berry, suspended after being cited for public drunkenness. Big Spring's interim coach is Brad Fry. He knows the deal. Big Spring playing Shippensburg for that little brown jug. Third quarter, Shippensburg was all over Big Spring, and Dylan Herb was making matters worse, breaking through and busting out. 12 carries, 170 on the ground for him, 4 touchdowns. Shippensburg goes on to an easy win thanks to Thomas LaRue as well, 53-7, so Shippensburg is now 7-2. So who is the best player we caught on tape? You voted for the Subway phenom, and it's Marshall Durham from Camp Hill. Caught 3 touchdowns. He picked off a pass and sacked the quarterback 3 times. What a game for the kid from Camp Hill. He had 60% of the vote on CBS21.com. Again, Camp Hill losing tonight to East Pennsboro. How about this week's top player? Watch CBS 21 News on Sunday for another group of nominees. There's 5 each week. Then hit up CBS21.com and vote. We announce the winner right here on First Score Friday. 1 week left in the regular season. Everything will be on the line in Week 10. Have a great weekend, everybody. For all of us here at CBS 21, I'm Jason Bristol. Thanks for watching First Score Friday.